It's in the game.
Let's go Ducks.
This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So the Florida Gators offense will have the football first. And here comes a workhorse in this offense, Jaden Ball, one of the top running backs in the game, and we expect them to feed him a lot.
Well, it's a program time and time again, whether it's Heisman trophies, All-Americans, first-round draft picks, they always seem to have really good running backs. And how nice is it, David, as an offense, year in, year out? You know, there's somebody you can turn around, hand the football off to, and you can get explosive plays. I think it's no different with this offense this year based on who they've got in the backfield.
Well, and it's just kind of crazy thinking about the list of guys and how they've developed them so well over the years. And it just adds on each other. When you start walking through their facility, it's like, holy cow, he played here, and him, and him, and him. And so just having that guy at that spot, it settles everything down in an offense. And it also makes you have some swag, too, because we got a dude at the running back spot that will make plays.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to spread out this defense on 2nd and 3 with a 4 wide-out set. Handoff again. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Jones to throw. Left side is Brown. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Turns it upfield. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down to the air. Here comes the heat. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
The run inside. It's Clark. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about helping out.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking long. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The fake and wants to throw. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to do. Football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Jones wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it to the ground, incomplete. And the Gators will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. They're out there taking a look at this sophomore defensive back, and we hope he's able to get back in the action shortly. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing, Sellers. Fires downfield. That pass is incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarter...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Slips through the line. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Right side, it's Singleton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Handoff for Ball. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Ball. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the ground, it's ball. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Out wide left, it's McAllister. There he goes! It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's McAllister. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Keep it on the ground. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Buys a little time. Turns it upfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
But when you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, 1st down.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the 2nd half on defense? That's the question.
The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Jones to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
They'll give it to Ball. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this. Is to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Here's Sellers to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hunt.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Turns up, it's Sellers. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Left side, it's Mays.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Comes down, it's Singleton. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play?
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside and out wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Jones wants to throw it, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Piles his way ahead. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's Abrams. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Play number 9 on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his target. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. Fourth down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the fourth down.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Stanford in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Cardinal doing all they can to avoid an 0-6 start. And the grumblings have started there on campus. Maybe that quarterback just isn't the guy. Today would dispel some of that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I talked to Coach Shane Beamer at halftime. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
All right, Holly. Hits inside. It's McAllister. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Just feeds the running back. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The unproductive first down completion now brings up second and long. Throwing, Sellers. Right down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
What a big game. When you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Gators trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Jones to throw. Look out! Right side, it's Singleton. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Brown. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Sellers. Got it behind the line. It's Hunt. Could not make his way to the corner.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Driven back.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. He's got great speed. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll move the tight end. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Ball again. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Trying to squeak through the pile. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get 1st downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up 1st downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Jones wants to throw it. They're all over him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Between the hashes, it's Brown. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So we open the final period with a third down play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. Gonna run it. It's Pryor. Breaks into the... Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That's caught. It's Hunt. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Clark. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Sellers. Looking to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Powers through the defender. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Here's a give the ball. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Ball. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Swamped immediately.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
3rd and long coming up. Rides to the back.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Right side, it's Sellers. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rushes on. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back now.
If we had any chance to make this had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The clock is at 18 seconds. Hearts are beating fast. The onside kick is coming.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick. David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
And the quarterback takes a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.